Hey guys, happy Sunday to everybody. I've got Monroe here. She's hanging out in her DockATot. She's still in her outfit from yesterday because I really love it so much that I just want to leave it on her, it's a rare thing because usually I like to put her in pajamas and, comfy clothes at night. But I just swaddled her and put her in her pod for the evening, and she just looks so cute, so I can't bring myself to change her out of it just yet. I want her to wear it longer. So she's just hanging out. She's super comfy, being such a good baby as she always is. But I just wanted to come on and chat with you guys. I heard a topic going around recently. I think it was a tag. I have no idea who started it, but I thought it was very interesting and figured I would chime in. And the tag is, or the topic is, what would you do differently? Like looking back, I guess, like in the sense of if you could change maybe how you've done some things in your reborn lifetime, I guess, or collecting lifetime. And I thought it was really interesting because I think as I have grown as a collector, I started out collecting many moons ago, like back when, reborns were just hitting the market and they weren't really what we would consider a reborn now. And I believe my daughter, the first reborn I saw, and it was around the time my daughter was an infant. My youngest daughter was an infant, she's 19 now, going on 20. So that tells you how long I've been collecting realistic type of baby dolls. I've collected all types of baby dolls throughout my whole life since I was a kid. But in this type of collecting, I would say it's been a good 10, 11 years. Let's see, wait. I can't add, clearly. 20 to 21 years. God, that's crazy. 1999, my daughter was born. Wow. Okay, so I've been doing this a really long time. I guess I didn't realize how long until you start doing the math. But there's a lot of things I wish I could have done differently. And it's not just on the collecting side of it, but it's also pertaining to my friendships within the community, how I handled different situations, things I wouldn't have probably done looking back now, just because I guess I've come to realize that this is a very delicate subject. I think I think people are very emotionally attached to these dolls. I think when we're buying and selling, there's an emotional attachment, and there are times where there's been good transactions. I've had times where there's really bad transactions, and I've met a lot of really amazing people along the way. And I've had some unfortunate situations come up with friendships as well along the way that I wish I could change. One of the things I don't like about the reborn community, doll collecting community, is I feel like there's a competitiveness that I wish we could take away and take out and remove from our atmosphere of collecting dolls. I know it's impossible, but I think that friendships can suffer based on multiple things. And I think that's the biggest thing, is I wish I could change how I've handled situations with some of my doll friends over the years. I think you live and learn, and unfortunately through maybe perhaps not making the best choices, you realize looking back that maybe you could have handled something better or been a little bit more open in communicating why maybe you made certain decisions instead of just going, radio silent with, certain friendships because it might have been a difficult conversation to have, or you were trying to keep the peace. And there's times where I've made decisions, and what made me think about this is the tag, but also I was watching another channel, a video yesterday regarding like friendships and making choices, and what do you do if you want to be friends with someone that somebody else doesn't like, sort of thing. And it really made me think that there's probably two friendships that I look back on that I had to walk away based on circumstances of feeling like I was being told I couldn't be friends with somebody, and that's not in my nature. And I realize now, looking back and maybe reevaluating, that I could have handled the situation a little bit differently so that I could have kept those relationships perhaps and still had, you know, the ongoing friendships that I moved forward and wanted to have. You know, I'm the type of person that it's my personality that I like everybody to be happy around me. And I know that that's like an impossibility in basically most anything in life. It's impossible to please everybody. But I also know that in trying to keep everybody in my life happy, sometimes I don't make the best decisions and it ends up hurting somebody. And it's never been an intention of mine to ever hurt somebody or make them feel like I was betraying their friendship or that I wasn't being loyal. It's more of the fact that I like to get along with everybody, and it's hard for me to, you know, not be at least friendly or cordial with most everybody I come in contact with. It's my nature in my life. If you were to meet me in person, that's how I am in life. It's how I am online. It's how I am in the doll community. I've tried very hard over the many, many years that I've been collecting is to try to be friendly with everybody. I don't want to single anybody out. I never want to make anybody feel like they can't be a part of the group, so to speak. Like, I never want anybody to feel like they can't chat with me and have conversations with me, because I learn so much from so many people in the community. And sometimes you run across, you know, you kind of fall into sticky situations where, you know, someone you are quite friendly with may not like somebody, and you choose to perhaps befriend them, and that hurts that person. And I totally get that. And like I said, I wish I could have maybe handled situations differently so that I wouldn't have those couple of lost friendships, because it makes me sad. Even now, I mean, it's been a while since the first one. It's been quite a long time. And the second one is a little bit more recent, but still, you know, it makes me sad because I was close. I thought I was very close to both people, and the fact that we don't talk or can't have like even a cordial conversation, it kind of makes me really sad, and it breaks my heart, because it's not my nature not to speak to people or try to ignore people or just, you know, I don't know. It's just, that's hard for me. That's very hard for me to walk away from any type of friendship. It's just not something I'm good at or want to have in my life. I like to get along and have everybody be happy around me. It's just, that probably is a downfall of mine, because I've made some bad choices, I guess, along the way that, you know, maybe ended up hurting somebody when I thought I was trying not to hurt them. I don't know, live and learn, I guess. So that is what I wish I could do differently, is maybe not, I don't know. It's tough. Friendships are tough, you guys. It's not something that there's usually a quick, easy answer for. But I'm also on the flip side of that, watching this other channel's video. I'm also not one, if I'm friends with somebody that is also friends with somebody I don't like, I really could care less. I think that people can be friends with whoever they want to be friends with, because we are grown adults. And I guess I'm not really worried, because I try to keep my opinions to myself. So I don't think in terms of, you know, somebody talking about me to the other person. You know, I can't worry about that sort of thing. I know that if people are my friends, and a lot of who we meet online are just mostly acquaintance type of friendships, I guess. And, you know, I only share very personal things with the closest people that I consider very true, you know, close friends. I share things with them, but I don't make it a habit of talking about people or anything like that. You know, in the doll world, I really like to keep it about dolls. It really, for me, is, and I've said this, oh my gosh, so many times over the years when there's been like controversy or people fighting over situations or people upset because they couldn't get a doll. And believe me, there's been times where there's been uproar in the community When Romy Stridham silicones first came out, if you were around then, you know what I'm talking about. There was a lot of arguments within the community of people thinking it wasn't fair they couldn't get a doll. I mean, it was crazy. And there was a lot of animosity, which seems to come and go in waves in the doll community. It just happens. It's nature. Our hearts are involved when we fall for these dolls. So we get emotional about maybe not being able to get one, or who knows. But I can tell you that it happens. I mean, these are things that happen, that occur, that come up. And I wish we could all just be happy, enjoy our dolls. So that's what I try to make it about. And even though I don't talk about the things that bother me, it doesn't mean things don't bother me. They definitely do. And losing friendships is one of those things that I wish I could go back and change. I wish I could handle situations differently. I wish I could, stop myself from maybe making a certain decision and maybe altering it a bit so that I could, keep those important friendships intact and maybe not have to walk away from them. So this is a really good conversation. It's a good topic. Good tag. I don't know who started it, but it is a really great tag, and it makes you kind of stop and reflect on, the things you've done over the years. I don't regret a whole lot in my life, most ever. I usually am very solid in the choices that I make, but, friendships might not be my, certain friendships that I may have not done the best with. I wish I could change that. But yeah, so that's, even though I never talk about these things, it's something definitely weighs heavily on my heart. But anyways, but look at Monroe, you guys. This is what it's all about for me, is the love of these amazing, amazing babies. And I just adore her. You guys hear me say this over and over again. I sound like a broken record, I know. But she really, truly does touch my heart. There's something about her, the way she looks, the way her silicone feels, like everything about her makes me so content that even when I start to ponder, maybe I should get another doll, I generally just don't, because I don't feel the need to, because I'm super happy and content with her. And that's what I hope every single collector out there gets to experience. That's my hope for every collector in this hobby, is that you get to have your dream baby and that you have and feel that connection with them, because that's what it's all about. Hi, precious girl. She's so sweet. Anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the topic and me sharing. It's kind of like me kind of pouring out my feelings. I don't generally do that, but, we live and learn. And hopefully, because of the things that I regret or wish I could change, that in the future I'll make better decisions regarding that sort of thing. And hopefully I'll learn from it. But anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And Monroe and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.